Sometimes, the hardest part of starting something new is letting go of what's familiar. But I can't help but believe that taking the biggest risk of my life is what will eventually lead me to a place of peace, clarity, and purpose. As I stand on the edge of this decision, my heart is heavy with the weight of what I'm leaving behind. Yet deep within, there's a quiet certainty that I must say goodbye to the old in order to welcome what's coming. Saying goodbye isn't just about walking away, it's about making space for the new, for the growth that will come when we embrace the unknown, trusting that the leap we're about to take is worth every ounce of fear and doubt. I'm at a crossroads in my life. The path ahead is uncertain, but the pull to step into something greater is undeniable. It's the kind of risk that feels terrifying but essential to my journey. Taking the biggest risk of my life means facing my fears, confronting the unknown, and trusting that every step I take into the unknown will lead me to a future I can't yet see, but one I know I must embrace. Goodbyes are never easy, but sometimes they are the most necessary part of our evolution. We have to leave behind what no longer serves us in order to step into the life we are truly meant to live. The moment I decided to take this risk, I felt a wave of emotions: fear, excitement, uncertainty, but more than anything, I felt the thrill of possibility. This is what it means to truly live. There's an overwhelming mix of emotions as I prepare for what's next. Saying goodbye to everything I know feels like a loss, yet I can't ignore the excitement that comes with the prospect of change and new beginnings. Taking this leap feels like leaving behind the safety net of comfort, but I know it's the only way I'll ever discover the strength and resilience I have within me. It's time to trust myself. Goodbye doesn't always mean an end. Sometimes it's a new beginning, a chance to turn the page and embrace a story that's more aligned with who I am becoming. The future is a blank canvas, and while stepping into it feels daunting, I know that the boldest strokes come from moments of uncertainty. It's time to paint a masterpiece, starting with this goodbye. Taking this risk requires everything I have: faith, courage, vulnerability. But I believe that through this leap, I will uncover a version of myself I've never met before, one who is ready to thrive. What I'm about to do is not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. But something inside me whispers that this is the way forward, into uncharted waters, into the unknown, where I will find the life I've been waiting for. Every goodbye carries with it a promise of something better, something greater. I don't know what awaits me, but I trust that it will be exactly what I need to grow, to evolve, to flourish. Saying goodbye to the familiar is the ultimate act of self-love. It's trusting that I deserve more than the comfort of the past, that my soul is ready for a new adventure, even if it's wrapped in uncertainty. This risk isn't about escaping what's behind me. It's about running toward the life that awaits me, the life I'm meant to live. And sometimes you have to leap without knowing exactly where you'll land. As I prepare to take the biggest risk of my life, I feel both anxious and exhilarated. It's a strange combination, but I know it's a sign that I'm doing something incredibly important. The hardest part of this journey isn't the risk itself. It's the decision to let go of everything I know. But I've realized that in order to grow, I must step away from the comfort zone that has kept me stagnant. Change is never easy, but it's always necessary. Sometimes the biggest risks lead to the most profound transformations. I am ready to take that step into the unknown, no matter where it leads. I am filled with so many emotions right now: fear, hope, uncertainty, excitement. But amidst all of it, there's one undeniable truth. I am ready to embrace the challenge and take this leap of faith. Goodbyes are difficult, but they're often the catalyst for change. The kind of change that pushes us to grow, to explore, to become more than we ever imagined. I'm stepping into the unknown, trusting that this is the way forward. I feel a sense of freedom mixed with sadness as I prepare to let go. But I also know that this is the only way to discover what's waiting for me on the other side of fear. Taking this risk is a test of everything I've learned and everything I am. It's a chance to prove to myself that I am capable of more than I ever thought possible. When you step away from what's familiar, it feels like leaving part of yourself behind. But I believe that with each goodbye, we make room for a new version of ourselves to emerge. I'm standing at the edge of something unknown, and while the fear is real, so is the excitement. It's time to leap, trusting that the net will appear when I need it the most. Saying goodbye isn't an end, but a beginning. It's the first step toward reclaiming my life and embracing the future that has always been waiting for me. The biggest risks are often the most rewarding. I know that what lies ahead is uncertain, but I also know that I can't let fear hold me back from pursuing the life I deserve. Goodbye is hard, but staying in the same place forever is even harder. I've decided that it's time for me to take that leap of faith and trust that I am meant for something more. Every goodbye is a doorway to something new. And while I may not know exactly what's on the other side, I trust that it's something better than what I've left behind. The fear of saying goodbye is natural, but it pales in comparison to the fear of living a life I'm not meant to live. This risk, as daunting as it is my way of stepping into my true self. Sometimes we must take the biggest risk of all, to let go of the past and trust that our future holds something greater. I'm ready to take that leap, even though I don't know exactly what will happen. I know that this goodbye will be one of the hardest things I've ever done. But I also know that it's the only way forward, the only way to step into the life I've always dreamed of. Saying goodbye to the past is easy, but it's a necessary part of growth. I'm ready to move forward, even if the path ahead is unclear. I can feel the weight of this decision, but I also feel a sense of relief. Saying goodbye to what I know means opening the door to the possibilities I've been afraid to embrace. The decision to leave behind what's familiar is never an easy one, but I've realized that it's the only way to discover the depth of my own potential and step into the life I've always desired. Taking the biggest risk of my life feels like a leap into the unknown, but in my heart, I know it's the only way to grow, to evolve, to find my true purpose. Saying goodbye is an act of courage, not weakness. It's a declaration that I am ready for something more, something that will help me become the person I'm meant to be. I'm not sure where this risk will take me, but I know I won't find the answers by staying where I am. I must step out into the unknown and trust that I am being guided toward something greater. The fear of change is real, but the desire for growth is greater. Saying goodbye is a painful but necessary step toward the life I am meant to create. This goodbye is not just about leaving something behind. It's about moving toward something new, something bigger, something more aligned with the life I want to live. Sometimes the only way to truly find yourself is to let go of what you've always known. This goodbye is my chance to rediscover who I am and who I'm meant to become. Taking a risk like this isn't easy. It's not for the faint of heart, but I know that in the end, it will be worth it. This is the beginning of a new chapter in my life. Goodbyes are never simple, but they are a necessary part of life's journey. As I say goodbye to this chapter, I step into the next, ready for whatever it holds. The moment of goodbye is often when we realize the magnitude of the choice we're making. But as scary as it is, I know this is what I must do to move forward. There's a sense of liberation in this goodbye, a feeling that I am releasing the old to make room for the new. I don't know exactly what's next, but I am ready for whatever comes. The decision to let go of what I know isn't easy, but it's necessary. It's time for me to take the biggest risk of my life, trusting that it will lead me to something better. This goodbye is more than just an end. It's the start of something new, a new chapter where I'll grow, evolve, and become the person I am truly meant to be. Taking this risk means stepping into the unknown, but I know that the only way to truly grow is to leave behind what no longer serves me. Goodbye is never an easy word to say, but sometimes it's the only way to move forward. I trust that this risk will bring me closer to the life I've always wanted. As I prepare to take this leap of faith, I can't help but feel a sense of excitement mixed with fear. But more than anything, I know it's time to trust in myself and the journey ahead. Saying goodbye to everything I know is terrifying, but I know it's the only way I will ever discover the life I am truly meant to live. Goodbyes are a reminder that we must embrace change in order to grow. It's not easy, but it's necessary if we want to live a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. I'm ready to take the risk and leave behind the familiar. What lies ahead may be uncertain, but I know it's where I need to be.